one who looks out for the most vulnerable amongst us.
My MP is tried, trusted, tested, and reliable.
And we say thank you.
January South, let's keep working.
Hi everyone, I'm Amaryah and I'm a student at the Monaco Passios Combined School. I'm in grade 6 and my teacher is Miss Stanislaus. My favorite subject would be math. I don't normally like it, but my teacher makes it finds a way to make it fun. I also love the positive quote she put up all over the walls. It reminds me to keep going. Also, the new wing is very impressive. The balcony is very large. So at break time, I can eat my snack and go for a nice little walk. I also like the size of the classroom, so I'm not sticking on anybody because 6 feet apart. Before it was a rocky ride coming to school when I normally take the bus, but now the drivers don't have any complaints now that the district rep fixed it. Before it was like a rocky, stony road. The road, but now that they fixed it with some concrete and nice tools, it's a smooth ride. I may even fall asleep.
Thank you, Dr. Rigobert.
We've moved security from 112 to 119 million. We've moved youth and sports from 4.7 million to 7.1 million, and that does not include the money at NLA. We've moved equity from 54 million to 62 million, and we've moved agriculture from 25 million to 28 million. Mr. Speaker, this is where the money has gone. We have not backed down from our responsibilities to the people of this country, and nor we ever will, because we have an ambition to build a new St. Lucia for everyone in this country.
Hello everyone, I'm Norbert Williams, right here on Sky FM 93.1. Join me Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. for the morning edition of Keeping It Real. And on Tuesdays and Fridays, Minerva Ward joining me from Canada, right near the North Pole. Although it's cold over there, it's gonna be hot in here. Don't you forget, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on GVD TV and streaming live on Facebook. Don't you miss it. morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, and welcome once again to another morning edition of Keeping It Real. I'm Norbert Williams with you today for a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. Today is Monday, the 31st day of May, 2021. And it's looking to be a glorious day today. A few clouds out there, but nevertheless, you know how it starts off over here and then it's going to get nicer, you know, the early morning, overnight clouds and that sort of thing, you know, where we live in the tropics in the Caribbean. There's always some overnight clouds or something of the sort, you know, just the usual stuff, you know. Good morning to you on channel 115 GVD TV. You're listening to Sky FM 93.1 on your FM dial around St. Lucia, wherever you are, whatever nook and cranny, whatever highway and byway, whatever village or town, or if you're in the city or you're out on a boat or you're flying overhead at 35,000 feet or whatever. Good morning to you all the way from St. Lucia. And to those of you in the diaspora, in Canada, in Antigua, in the U.S. Virgin Islands, in Cayenne, in Martinique, Guadeloupe, Trinidad and Tobago, Puerto Rico, the United Kingdom, Australia, Switzerland, good morning to you. South Africa, good morning. Seychelles, good morning to you. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hong Kong, yes. Somebody's out there in Hong Kong listening in. Good morning to you. USA, all the way out in Hawaii. Morning. Good. Well, it's early morning. What, about 8 hours behind they are? So it's about midnight. It's still midnight. They're still coming behind. 11 o'clock in the night, midnight. 8 hours. Morning to you. Good morning to all of you. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Well, talking about weekends, Sky FM crew had a fantastic weekend. In fact, a super fantabulous day yesterday. There you go. Super fantabulous day yesterday. And we hit the road, Jack. Yeah, we hit the road yesterday morning. And we're doing our little stop thing. Yesterday we were concentrating on meeting the fans out in Soufrière, Choiseul, Labrie. We met quite a few people. We made a stop in Belfort, Soufrière, Café, Choiseul, and around the way. And we passed through Labrie. And the fans were ecstatic. They were, oh yeah, they were overjoyed to see the Sky FM crew. Everybody was there. It's yours truly. The man Champagne was there as well. Ring the Bell was there. Dr. Secret was there. The man Herod was there as well. Yeah. And of course, we were giving out yesterday, you know, all in the big effort to make sure things go along. You know, playing our part. We were distributing masks in a number of communities along the way and stopped by people on the road, you know, cars going by, you know, slowing down, you know, if you want to call it country traffic. You know, these smaller roads, vehicles go by a little slower and then you pass by people on the roads, walking, doing things. We handed out masks as we were going along, so that went a very long way, and people were very pleased about that. You know, we have to do what we can do to keep St. Lucians safe. So bravo to the Sky FM team, and bravo to all of you out there who greeted us and were very happy about what we were doing with you, and very complimentary, if I must say, about the shows that we have here and the round-the-clock listeners that Sky FM has. And we have our first call this morning. Good morning, you on the air. Let's keep it real.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Your Excellency, good morning. How are you?
I'm cool and easy as the wind blows.
Alrighty. How was your weekend?
It was fantastic.
Fantastic, eh?
Yes.
So you had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun within myself.
Well, that's a good thing.
Do you know that our minds have gone astray? Sometimes the discussion people are having between them, friends, you know, too much times we focus, especially men, they focus too much on women.
Huh.
Even the discussion is women. They worship women. That can lead your mind astray, you know. You know that?
Really? What is it going to cause you to do?
It is, we need to redirect our mind. Redirect our mind. Do you know that I have a wife? She's very beautiful and she's also popular.
Really?
I have a noble profession. I have many talents. Are you so proud of the types of thoughts that you have? So proud that you could have them up in neon lights all over town? And your character, your personality, is it so spotlessly clean that you could have it displayed on a screen with pride for the whole world to see? We hold up to the world what the world already sees, what the world already knows. But what about the true self, the invisible self? The truth is, the truth never remains hidden. We may do our best to impress the whole entire world, but what is the world is seeing and hearing? Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Have a great day yourself. That's the man, Mr. Leclerc, as he's called. Folks, in the Sky FM Weather Center, we have right now in Castries a temperature of 81 degrees Fahrenheit, going up to a high today of 86 degrees. Clouds across most of the skies today until about 9 o'clock this morning, until it starts getting a little windy, about 10, blowing those skies away, getting some sun out there, and then the clouds come back about 2 mid-afternoon. Almost zero chance of rain, and tonight it's going to be clear and you will be seeing the moon, to those of you who like looking into the heavens. But that's about it. 81 degrees, going up to a high today of 86 degrees, and I'm Norbert Williams from the Sky FM Weather Center. How you like that? So I was telling you, we were going around yesterday, giving out masks and meeting the people, the lovely people in Belfort. It's a wonderful community. You know, sometimes you drive through places and you never really have any reason to stop because you don't know anybody there and you're not on, you know, a mission of meeting the fans, you know, getting to know who the people are that listen to you and call in every single day, every day, every day. I was very pleased to meet them. And if you go over to the Sky FM Facebook page, facebook.com/SkyFMSLU, you'll see 2 videos that we uploaded there yesterday of our encounters with some people in handing out masks and having them talk about what's going on in the country. Of course, you know that you can't escape from it. The politics is always going to come in there and people are going to talk about, you know, their neighborhood and how things are going and, you know, nothing wrong with that. You know, we encourage the sensible, logical, and respectful discussion, or as some people would prefer to say, discourse. So if you go over to the facebook.com/SkyFMSLU, or if you search Facebook for Sky FM SLU, you'll get our Facebook page and you can see and you can watch those 2 videos. You can give us a call, tell us what you think, and if you saw us yesterday, what do you think? Tita, good morning, all the way out there in Saltibus. Morning to you, how are you? Good morning to the people of Belfort in Soufre. Beautiful people, beautiful people. You know, sometimes we are so bombarded by a few ignoramuses. You know, we get on social media or we just listen to the news and they are going to be the more vocal people, you know, the destabilizers, the noisemakers, the pamele, the sanhot, the propagandists. But by and large, the majority of St. Lucians are not like that, folks. Not like that. And you know, you St. Lucian, you know. You travel around St. Lucia, people give you everything in their home. Just to welcome you to their community, just to be so happy to see you. But there are a few no-gooders who are out there. And wow, been on for 20 minutes. This is too long. Few no-gooders out there who just want to spoil it for everyone else. They opani mess, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So maybe you give me a call this morning and let us know how it was yesterday, if you interacted with us, if you bounced up with us, like we say in St. Lucia. And that's that. This morning I'm going to let you talk about what you want to talk about, because this morning is a time for reflection, a time for looking forward, a time for knowing what is on your mind. So maybe you could call in, and of course the number in the studio is 456 0931. 456 0931. Don't you forget it. That's right. Oh yeah. Doop 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 doop. Just trying to multitask here, folks, so bear with me. 4560931, and our WhatsApp number, WhatsApp in the studio is 485-0931. Okay, good. I'll clear this all off. Make sure I don't get any other messages that are from the past, man. It's the past. It's the past. And yesterday I got folks, you know, it's really amazing when you can look and see the number of calls that you get between people trying to call in from Saturday to now. I have 509 calls. Can you believe that? 509 calls. Wow. It's the man champion right there. Wow. Somebody likes to hear that. Wow. Morning to you in Entrepot. Good morning, Independence City. You know, you go to the top there, you know, by the Leon Hess School, or up that big hill there, and you're looking down on the city. You see the harbor and everything, or if you're up the Mon, Capitol Hill. Good morning, Old Mon Road. And the view, St. Lucia is beautiful. If you go up there, right near Government House, the lookout spot there on that deck, and you look out, you see all of Castries sprawled out in front of you. You see VG, you see the lighthouse, you see the airport, you see Mondidon, La Panse. Morning, Mondidon. You see Leslie Land, you see Wavin Chabot. Yeah. You see Independence City. You can see Babono, you can see Pigeon Island, you see Rat Island. All over Marisil, Tupatu. I mean, it's amazing. You know, I like to be on top, you know. Way up there, you could always see what's coming here. And I guess that's why, well, we know that's why these high points, like on Pigeon Point and Montfortune and La Toc and other areas, like Moula Chic and Vieux-Fort and high points, that's where you observe the enemy. That's why there's so many old buildings remaining there. St. Mary's College and Fiji, that whole area there, because you could see out, see the French. The Frenchies coming. Or whoever's coming after you. You could see them. So if you're up in a tree, you could see further. If you're up on a hill, see even further. If you're on top of a tree, on top of a hill, you see even further. You know, it's said that if you're standing at sea level, you can see out as far as your horizon is 75 miles max. 75, but if you go higher, it'll be a few hundred miles. And back in those days, when all you had was wind power, you put those big sails up there, you got well loin. They could have lunch and breakfast and get ready, exercise, and have a shower before you even reach shore. Et c'est juste à l'avant au blink. You got airplanes now, so. Good morning, you on the air. Let's keep it real.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Robert.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Not bad at all, sir. How
You're
about
not
you?
bad. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, the only thing I saw yesterday at Belfort is that Champagne is the only indisciplined person sitting on the table.
Oh, why you say that?
Yeah, because you're not supposed to sit on the table.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else was standing and he alone was sitting on the table.
Well,
I tried to call him to ask him to get up, but he refused to answer my call.
Yeah? Okay. All right. Anything else you want to say? Yeah, that's it. Well, of course, you get those types. You send him a message. Some people don't consider that to be indisciplined, you know. There are different types of people out there. But I guess this individual just wanted to have his voice heard. Yeah. But that's all right. That's all right. Some people have their agenda. But good for you. That's all you wanted to say? You get the opportunity. You get a national audience. Because everybody's listening. Even Philip J. Pierre. Instead of saying something positive, instead of making some contribution to what's happening, that's your focus. But of course, as usual, the usual suspects. 4560931. Give me a call if you want to make a comment on what's happening around St. Lucia, what's happening in your part, your neck of the woods. Give me a ring-a-ling on the ting-a-ling, 4560931. Or you can call, if you're the frugal kind, via WhatsApp. If all you have is Wi-Fi or you trying to minimize your credit usage, or you're out there in the diaspora, you can give me a call at 4850931, or you could send a message if you don't want anybody to hear your early morning voice. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real.
Good morning, Mr. William.
Good morning, how are you?
How are you? I'm not too bad.
I'm doing
just
good.
telling you something.
Yes.
Yesterday, we came from an area, so we said we'll pass through Marsha and we'll pass through the boulevard to really see whether Marsha has changed or not. And we came from Waterworks, you entered, and it was such a disgrace. The boulevard is looking so, I don't know what to call it, Mr. William. I am so disappointed in Mr. Play. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Paula. Thank you for keeping it real. You know, folks, I grew up in the area a long time ago before most people who lived there were even there. And the George Charles Boulevard was somewhere you could walk through. There were a lot of families in there, a lot of friendly people, a lot of... Marsha was a different place to what it is now. You ask anybody who knows Marsha. Marsha was like a Rodney Bay, if you will, with businesses, restaurants.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Yes. Wonderful program this morning.
Thank you very much.
Just a point. The road that is being constructed in the Belfort area from the Sulphur Springs, do you know how long the journey is going to be now instead of making the entire run to Belfort?
I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm certain that if you have better roads, your travel time is going to be significantly reduced.
But do you think it is appropriate right now?
Why not? There are people living there, aren't there?
No, I said right now. There are people living there.
And I still say, why not?
But listen to that. I'm asking you a pertinent question here.
Yeah, and my response again, I'll turn on your volume because I'm in control here. My response again is, why not now? There are a number of considerations that the persons in the ministry would have to consider, and they will decide. And that's that. You can second guess it. You can second guess it as much as you want.
Was there any dialogue with the persons within the area?
That's not in my purview to be able to answer that. That I don't know. I don't know.
But you just said that.
You're asking me if there was dialogue with people in the area to...
Everything.
You're asking me if there was dialogue with the people in the area to fix their roads? Are you suggesting that the people there would be more content with their roads remaining in a deplorable condition with potholes causing damage or expense to their vehicles for repairs? And you're asking me that question? I will not entertain that call. You're up to mischief this morning. That's the most ridiculous question. Whether you consulted with the people to fix their roads, when people have been crying out to have their roads fixed all over the place. Now that someone's fixing the roads, you want to know whether the people were consulted to fix the roads? Man, come on, man. You ain't gonna waste my time with such nonsense this morning. You obviously have your own agenda. Call some other station. There's another one waiting for that type of call. 4560931. I ain't got time for that nonsense this morning. I'm not in the mood. Okay? Not in the mood. I mean, can you believe that, folks? Anyway, let's move right along. What are your plans today, and how was your weekend? You know? I think this week is going to be fantastic. I just have the feeling. And oh, by the way, don't forget, tomorrow night, Keeping It Real on TV, channel 117, Hot 7 TV. We're gonna have a bombshell. 2 bombshells are gonna drop tomorrow night. Trust me, folks, you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you. No Mickey Mouse thing happening tomorrow night. You see, some people don't want you to know. But on Keeping It Real, you will know. And you will assess. You will conduct your own analysis of the paralysis and come to your conclusion. And like I always say, you can agree with me if you want. That's fine. You can disagree, but you have to be respectful. We don't have to become enemies because of that. You know? But then I give you the evidence. You know that. I don't just come and talk and tell you what I think or try and mama guy you. The same things that I look at, the same evidence, the same information, I present it to you. Now, you can always say that. I don't come with no pie in the sky or tell you I think this or I suppose this. What's causing that for you, Nobby? What's causing that? My girl, how are you? My boy. I never got accustomed to that thing. I don't say. Hey, my girl, what's going on? Listen, Lucian, where did that come from? Where did that start anyway? Where did that start? I don't know. So that's the that's the situation here. Are you celebrating a birthday today? Do you have a relative or friend or somebody who's celebrating a birthday today? Well, I didn't do it. But that caller there a while ago who's just trying to upset the banana cart. Not the apple cart. No apple, Lucia. The banana cart this morning. Here's what you get. Be careful. Early morning. That's the thing. Early morning. Make sure everything goes down for you. Yeah, the audacity of some people. I'll say by sa part of my PS. Yeah. So, what did we get on the weekend, folks? What information did we get? And what we heard is that, let me read it for you. Well, good morning. Where you live in? Ravin Shabot, Independent City. Good morning to you. Let me bring up something that took us into the weekend. And in a nutshell, at returning nationals, there's some adjusted protocols. returning nationals and visitors to St. Lucia with a negative PCR test and who are fully vaccinated. That means you have your 2 vaccines, or if you have the 1, will not require quarantine coming into St. Lucia, on arrival into St. Lucia. Random testing will be done at all arrival ports. So if you come in through VG, if you come in through Huonora, if you come into any of the still open or the open seaports, whether it's Marigot Bay or Rodney Bay or Viewfort, random testing will be done at all arrival points. Notwithstanding, the CMO retains the power to place visitors in quarantine in order to protect public health. A lot of people have been talking about that the vaccines are being given and people are now fully vaccinated, whether they have the 2 vaccines or whatever. And this will be effective 31st of May. Hey, what's the date of today? The 31st of May. Until June the 30th, 2021. Now, semon la koute mwen la. You know, people are just miserable, some people. Oh, it's only for 40 days. Why is 30 days? Engage your brain before connecting your tongue sometimes. Why do you think that it's only for 30 days? To evaluate the effectiveness, to see whether it's working, whether it makes sense, whether it's practical. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real.
Morning, Robert.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Morning, Sir Lucia. Bien, bien.
Ou bien?
Ou fâché, timé.
Ou fâché? Ça qui est ou?
Timé.
Ou pas à lever?
Good morning, pas à lever. Pas ça. Good morning, Baradil Conway. Good morning, Mr. Michael Shaw, Mr. Peter Josie, the greatest elderly statesman on the planet. And good morning to the best Chief Medical Officer on the planet also, Dr. Sharon Dalma George, and your dream team. Good morning. Robert, that guy that called just now,
Yeah.
I'm talking about if the government consulted the people about the road. I could ask him a question now. Let me deal with this guy. Can he consult about Cabot land? Can he consult about the Suffren land? Can he consult about St. Jude's Hospital? Can he consult about the $50 million in the logbox? Can he consult about $200 million in the logbox in reserves? Can he consult about Rochamel? Can he consult about Penwell? Can he consult about Brightburg? The damn idiot? Huh? Did he consult? Did he consult? Answer those questions. And stop coming on the radio and talking a lot of dumb shit. Idiot.
Okay. Early morning, you're getting carried away already. Gotta tone that down a little bit. But it's quite right anyway. Quite right. But you know where these people are coming from, folks. Just a distraction. People do it roads. So now the roads are being built. Did they consult the people about the road? Memshi mea kite hala kome lani. Maybe they should dig up the road and plant trees in it. It's early morning Monday. You calling with nonsense like that already. You know? Calling with nonsense like that already. Or did they consult with the roads? Because I consult pu I being eh? So getting back to the protocols, in effect from today, the 31st of May, until the 30th of June. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real.
Good morning, Mr. Robert. How are you doing?
Morning, I'm doing good. How are you?
Not too bad. I see a man trying to upset you. That man dreamed last night, Mr. Robert. He dreamed last night.
That was his mission. That was his mission this morning.
Yes, he get up with the dream and he put in the dream on you there right now. What happened to these people, Mr. Robert?
Caller, let me tell you something. You see, as each day goes by and we get closer and closer and closer to elections, say, please, foo. Ukai wa you kuma say fake wa you.
You should pray to Mr. Robert, they're getting mad.
They are going mad. They're going mad.
Okay, Mr. Robert. That's
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you.
You too, my brother.
All righty. You know, folks, yeah. So, these people out there, the SLPs, because that's who they are, the hackalacks and the hatriots out there, they have a problem for every solution. That's right, you heard me right, I didn't say it wrong. They have a problem for every solution. So you fixing a road now, they want to know whether you consulted the people to fix the road. Good morning, you're on the air, let's keep it real.
No, but sorry about that, man.
Yeah.
That guy just had the bad, man. Stop talking about nonsense. Somebody consulting about roads, like you don't eat roads. That guy will see everybody stupid like him, man. Everybody's stupid like them. SLP is a tribe of Satan. I've been telling you all that. SLP is a tribe of Satan.
But you know what, caller? Let me tell you. Every time you get a call like that is another example, is more proof about what they're doing. It's more proof about what their agenda is. It's more proof that they don't really care about the people of St. Lucia, that they don't care about the people of Belfort, that they don't care that the road conditions are being made better for the people of St. Lucia, to cut down on their expenses, on busted tires, on broken springs, on shocks, on vehicle accidents, on speeding up business. Because if you have a truckload of bananas or fruits or vegetables or people on board, you have to drive much slower. It's going to take you longer to get to where you're going. It's going to take you much longer, more gasoline, but they don't care about that because they have to find an angle to make it negative. So, okay, the roads are being fixed. Let me find something to complain about now.
It's people like him that was sucking the blood out of St. Lucia.
Yep.
That's why St. Lucia can borrow money from nobody.
Aiding and abetting.
People like him. Because that's why St. Lucia couldn't borrow no money under the Kenyan administration. Because people like you were filling your pockets. People like you that idiot of a caller. Makes sense when you call the joker. Where's selling you from? Your justice for power? Anybody that vote for your happy, anybody that vote for SFP gotta be stupid. Anybody that vote for SFP gotta be damn stupid. And I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing, no. Okay? You bring up this damn country, can't borrow nothing, can't do nothing on you. Pass a fair on you. And you talk about you want power? Give me one good reason why you're on the ballot. One good reason why you're on the ballot, man. I'm talking about nonsense every day. You're ready for your country? Ready for your country? Don't get me run a cab away. Don't cab away, Uncle Run. Bunch of jokers. Go off the planet. Go off the world stage. You're a disgraceful country. You don't have no shame. Have a nice day, man.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. The man, Mr. Bermuda, is letting it out this morning. Let me see. Se vous savez pas bien quoi your pièce. So this is where now. Okay.
This election was like war among them parties. When I was more than sure they win already. Hustle Philip said, tell them that's the last of P&M. But when the rest complete, is he who end up without a seat. Not a damn seat for them. Mama, that's what Chambers said. Not a damn seat for them. Not a single seat on election day. Not a damn seat for them. How they lose, they can't understand. Not a damn seat for them. They call in Chambers a Obia man.
Good morning, you on the air. Let's keep it real.
Good morning, brother Norbert.
Morning, sir. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. You know, I don't really call you so early, but like the last caller said and the previous caller before, this guy who called you and told you about consulting about roads, I think he had a nightmare, because
the road itself was the nightmare.
Yeah. I think he had a nightmare, and then he just wanted some relief this morning. So he called you to talk such nonsense. When this guy talking about consultation, And like the last caller said, did Kenny Anthony consult us about Russia, man? I remember when that Russia mail situation came about, he did not even discuss it in his own cabinet, as far as I knew.
He didn't go to Parliament.
He did not even go to Parliament. He just went and guaranteed a loan.
Philip J. I don't know.
That is correct.
Never know nothing. Deputy is not it. That deputy
Mr.
ain't
Never
essential
know.
at all.
Yeah, Mr. Never Know, Philip Suppler. The thing is, did Kenny Anthony consult us about the Hellenites affair? Remember the Hellenites affair?
I was there.
when three senators were unceremoniously fired because they decided to ask questions about Helena, Rick Wayne, Tessa Mangal, and Pat Joseph. Did Kenny Anthony ever discuss with us about the impacts report? Did they discuss that and give suggestions of feedback? Up to now, we don't know what contains or what is in that, what is in this impacts report. Philip J. last week saying he never knew about impact.
But what kind of deputy is that, man? Deputy never know.
Right. I mean, then you hearing Kenny Anthony, Timothy Polio played a clip where Kenny Anthony said on national television that he consulted his cabinet about the impacts report. Yet still, Philip never know. Suppler is saying that he didn't know about impacts. Did Kenny Anthony be consulting with us about these things? When the Labour Party went into their convention, the first time they won in 1997, and they passed their affirmative action at the party convention, when only SLP supporters should get work out and contracting to Lucia.
Can you believe? And these people talk about vindictive, talk about transparency and accountability. So what?
Could you imagine that, brother? No, but those guys have the heart to talk about victimization. They went in Babono. I remember that in 1997.
Babono,
like
that's right.
They don't to talk about the past, but we have to remind citizens about the past, because if you
can you believe that, caller? Can you believe that a political party that's claiming to represent the people, there for the betterment of all, is actually passing a resolution at a convention saying that is only SLP people as a resolution, you know. A decision was made that the only people they would give work is SLP people. Except Buksa Kapali about vindictive.
Did Kenny Anthony consult us when he imposed a 50% back on the backs of St. Lucia, on our back? Did he consult? Did he have a referendum to say, okay, let me get a feedback from the population as to what they feel about the VAT? Did he consult us? I mean, those SLP people, and like you rightly said, Brother Norbert, as the days and the weeks get nearer to the election, they will get more and more desperate.
You'll see things you never see before. You will hear things you never heard before. Nonsense.
And you know, the sad thing is, you want to form the guys put up a clip or whatever, not a clip, but something on social media, on Facebook, with the candidates. And guess what happened? When they go to Central Castries and Castries North, you know what they put there? An X for those seats. So they have all the other photos, but when they go to Central Castries and Castries North, they put an X. And you're telling me you're serious about governance?
Caller, that's the Twaka seats, because almost every seat that they have announced a candidate for has been Roro, from the north all the way down. Ek pligo Rora, say Central Apweza. So you're Puila, fair by.
Right. You want to govern St. Lucia in a time where we are facing a pandemic, a global pandemic. In the time when you need a steady ship to govern St. Lucia, and you cannot even fill a 17th place of candidates. You cannot even bring out a
the man told you last year that he has candidates coming out of his heirs.
His heirs, up to now. and you want to be a prime minister to call elections when you don't even have a slate of candidates, right? The guys don't even have cannot even bring out a policy statement or statements to say, okay, because I live in Trinidad and I remember when the now government, which was the PNM opposition, when they were vying for government, every single week these guys would have brought out a policy statement on different issues. They'll bring out a policy statement, they would have brought out a policy statement.
Okay, 1 minute, caller, 1 minute.
On education, etc., etc. I mean, so I'm telling Lucia, do not take that Labour Party serious. Those guys are clueless, they have no plan, they don't know where they're going, they have no direction, their leader, Philip JP, has no plan, and we just have to when the election is called, when the Prime Minister announced the elections, go out in our large numbers, make sure our ID cards are ready, and vote the UWP. That's all.
Okay. Thank you very much, caller. Have a great day. Talking about that, you haven't heard anything else since I busted it wide open here about the renaming of the Entrepot Human Resource and Development Center to the Romanus Lansico Human Resource Center. Ubato na about Sango, they abandoned that thing. It was fluff. It was bluff. That's what it was. It was pandering. That's all it was, folks. The books are boy. We have a call via WhatsApp. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Norbert.
Good morning.
I just called to tell my friend Ian Coljon, give me a call, please. You have my number, 287-0505. Could you give me a call, please?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, Ian Coljon, give your friend a call. 285-0505, or if that's what she said. My name is Norbert. Good morning to you. People just like to interfere with me early morning, eh? Is that what you heard? Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real.
Yes, me again.
Yeah.
They wanted to see St. Jude's, right? I told them they're the SLB. They wanted to see St. Jude's. The honorable minister, the good minister, Mr. Guy Joseph, gave them a criteria to meet. Have they met the criteria? No. No. All it comes to all nonsense, a lot of bully people. The man gave you Philip JP, Kelly Anthony. Yeah. All you guys. Your honorable minister, Mr. Guy Joseph, gave them a criteria to assist St. Jude's. Get back to him. You can't get back to the man yet. Stop talking nonsense. You come bluffing, come. Read the criteria. Bunch of jokers. Have a nice day, man.
Thank you. I was just looking at something and somebody commented to me. They speak about FFF when they were the ones who initiated and undertook such actions. When you pass a resolution at your convention in 1997 or whenever, there's only SLPs. Which F is that one? Not friends and family? Tell me. Is that not friends and family? Robert Lindquist. Was that friends, family, or foreigner? What was that one? That was a Dashin? Or a Yam? Or Makambu? Or was that a foreigner? Robert Lindquist. Huh? Forget that? Stefan. What's he? A Dashin? Or a Kukumayok? What is he? Not a foreigner? They ban papi show. Ka sevi mun papi show ek beti zotni about friends, family and foreigner. Ek se zotki ni pli friends, family and foreigner le zotela. You remember the expression? Jobs for the boys? Huh? Jobs for the boys. Yeah. That's why y'all don't want to talk about the past, because it's going to raise it. So that's what ka try smoke screen, couveti, en bas, en l'air. Jobs for the boys. Remember that one? Which boys? The boys at Bakafai? The boys at Banan? Which boys? Friends, family. Robert Ainsworth, what was he? Where he was from? Grace. Where he was from? Jetwin. Oh. When you sell land 5 days before elections, Black Bay, that's right, let's talk about it. You sold it to who? At how much? $2 a square foot? How much was it? Black Bay lands. 5 days or 2 days before elections, last elections. Huh? Who was it? Somebody from Deglo? Or somebody from Bexar? Or was it foreigners? Don't go down that road, man. Don't go down that. Don't try that. Don't try that, man. Papi show. Ka try malmene sevel moon. You want to hear about FFF? You all will hear about FFF. Don't worry. You want to hear about FFF? You all will hear about FFF. That's right. That's right. Jokers. Bunch of failures. Can't succeed at nothing. Tout by padeye douvent. You know about that expression? Chinese proverb or whatever it was. When man who says something cannot be done sees man doing it, he should not complain. He should not interrupt. Man doing something you say cannot be done should not be interrupted by you. Because it's being done. Airport is being done. Did it happen under you? No. The roads are being done. Were they done under you? No. Okay, EU is open. Was it open under you? No. Although you'll spend $100 and something thousand for finger food. Like Dr. Kinka don't say on the platform. Wee! What's that song again? You gotta remember. The government is fixing the schools. 10 million a year. Were you all doing that? No. 1 million a year for all the schools. This government, every year since elections, is spending 10 times more money than the SLP did to repair schools. Huh? Zot pa ka hot? Oh my gosh, man. Come on. Come on. Unemployment down significantly, even in COVID, better levels than you. When you were in office, what was it? Record high. And you all have the audacity to talk about management of the country, management of the finances, when you couldn't borrow. You tripled vehicle registration fees. Ask the bus drivers, ask them. Ask the truck drivers, ask them. And you have the audacity to come and talk nonsense. Oh, well, you didn't reduce it enough like you say. Blah, blah, blah. Can you believe that? You didn't reduce it enough, so that's a problem. When you tripled it. So now the government come and fix up what y'all did. So in essence, you admitting that what you all did was killing the poor man. So now, the argument is you didn't reduce it enough. But why would it have needed to be reduced in the first place if you all had not increased it 3 times? Sacreble! You see the audacity of the foolishness from these people? How they try to malmene or sevel? You take it down from where they brought it up 3 times. They tell you ain't take it down enough. I mean, the audacity of this. Good morning, you on the air. Let's keep it real.
Good morning, Norbert. I know your head's bigger than mine, right?
I don't know about that.
Tell me something. What's happening in Castro South East, man, with the Labour Party?
I don't know. Tell me.
Okay, that's why you be in time, man. You don't know there's a new candidate to run the Castro South East?
Tell me. Tell us.
Yes, sir. I hate many somebody.
No. You serious?
I'm serious.
You making alligators?
Alligators?
Yeah.
Okay, let us see. Let us see what happens, man.
Whoa.
So put your heads to the ground.
You mean the chocolate bar is gone? Oh, Henry.
Well, boy, you have to realize the amount of pressure he's getting everywhere, and the Labour Party getting everywhere. So I say, why should they change if they praise the guy for what he did?
Well, exactly.
They shouldn't change.
Exactly. Well, like I say, maybe they know something that we didn't know. That's why they got the firearm from him.
So that's your headline for Monday. today's headline.
Well, when things come out like that, they usually like to jump devant. I hope they come out with a press statement today, call a press conference.
So why don't they jump devant with Castries Central, with Central Castries?
I don't know.
You don't know, you never know.
Why are you asking me?
You never know.
I tell you.
Okay, Brad.
All right.
I hope they come out with a press conference so that you can
today
before Tuesday.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock today, man. 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock today.
Yeah, 10. That's the time. 10 o'clock.
Well, it would be nice to monitor it.
Yeah.
I know it's monitored, but keep your ears close to the ground. Man.
Well, thank you very much, caller, for breaking that one day. Menissa Rambali, is that true?
Okay.
Thank you very much, caller. Have a great day. Well, I wonder. Interesting things. Well, somebody talked about it a while ago, and why not? A deputy essential, but it looks like the deputy under Kenny Anthony was never essential because he ain't know nothing about. He doesn't know anything about. He doesn't know anything about Rochamel. He didn't know about Grindberg. I don't know. So, what kind of deputy was he? If the deputy never know. That's the question, What kind of deputy is that? Because you never know. I don't know, folks. I don't know.
Sheriff have their deputy. President does have one too. Some in each big company. So we're wrong with me and you. We have to hustle. We have to struggle. So every man and woman deserve a headline. A deputy essential to keep you living vital. If boredom is a threat or you start to regret, a deputy is what you must get. No sweat.
Remember, folks, he called the Speaker of the House at a sitting of the House live on TV and said he wants them to adjourn the House when he was challenged that there was no such position as deputy for him to go home or to his office to get the letter from Kenny Anthony to prove that he was a deputy. He got a letter from Kenny saying, I'm the deputy prime minister.
They just hate to face the truth and who plain righteous, so sanctimonious and watching me in court. I don't have one on the side.
A deputy
essential to keep you living vital. Don't sit down home and fret. Don't drink yourself to death. A deputy is what you must get. No sweat.
Good morning, you on the air. Let's keep it real. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay. This morning I wanted to go on Boom Boom. How many times have they adjourned that Boom Boom case?
I think 3 or 4 times so far.
Okay. No, but you think if Boom Boom had the papers to present to customs, he would be dragging that case there like that?
I don't see any complications. This is a simple thing of papers, that's it. Just bring the papers.
You on the market step, if you want it, come and take it.
Come and take it.
You cannot come and take it. And it's 3 times.
This is Papi Show. Papi Show.
If that man had the papers, he would be so happy to see customs with it and beat his chest.
But Kola, I just can't understand that one. Well, it's not that I can't understand. I'm just being facetious. But I can't understand that one. I mean, why would you prolong the agony, interrupt your elections campaign to deal with issues like that? Why? That doesn't, it does not compute.
The document. He doesn't have the required documents.
That's the only conclusion I can come to.
But that is it. He doesn't have it.
But Kola, you know how many St. Lucians have come in with thousands since 2015 into St. Lucia? Thousands.
You know?
And they don't have that problem?
You know? And it's because you did something wrong, you cannot find the papers. He probably waiting to see if somebody can backdate some papers for him so that he can present it.
I don't know.
Or
you can't backdate anything there, okay?
So that they can
upasa backdate rien là, official documents upasa backdate ça.
Monsieur member na do upasa backdate, upasa faire rien. Where are the papers? Huh? And you have that thing and your supporters they're saying I leave you for Ernest, I leave you for Hile, I leave you for Hile. Now Hile making a shame out of y'all. Y'all cannot talk. Who y'all leave him for now? Huh? Anyway, last night I was watching a show on this side and well actually it was me who called, I'm not going to lie. I called and I'm asking them what is their plan and they hung up on me.
But why they hanging up if you planning a plan?
Yeah, if I some sir, they hung up on me. I wasn't hearing clearly, but I think what I asked, I didn't get the answer. They hung up, and the young lady from Choiseul is saying that they're still young, so they cannot get a chance to put the plan together yet. That's so far I heard because the call wasn't clear. So I said, and they hung up on me. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
And they didn't give me the answer. They didn't tell me what is their plan. Nothing like that. Not Kote. But I want Boom Boom to present us with his documents. Boom Boom look like he have a lot of sense. He want to try and wait until Prime Minister give the date of the election so he can dog that court case. But it will not happen. I want to see if they will drag it until when the Prime Minister ready.
All right, Kola.
Everybody is seeing what they're about. Everybody is seeing what is
day by day they're becoming more desperate. You mean to tell me last week Friday?
Time to present themselves, Norbert.
You mean to tell me last week Friday they announced that the protocols for people who are double vaccinated will be from the 31st of May to the 30th of June. Anybody coming in, once you have your full dose of vaccines for COVID-19 and you have a negative PCR test, you will not be required to go into quarantine. Oh, why is it for only 30 days? Oh, tell my brain box that the 30 days is to evaluate how effective it's going to be?
Exactly. Exactly.
Come on, man. Come on.
Every problem these people.
Every solution you come with, they get a problem for it.
Yeah. According to Mr. Bermuda, a bunch of jokers. Leave them there.
Anyway, thank you very much, Paula. You too. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You know, that's the thing that really got to me, you know. I mean, the youngest child, all you just have to do is just take a second and think about it, you know. Why do you think it's only for 30 days? It's the same thing like the USA member. Why is only for 40 days? You put the state of emergency until October. Why is so long? It don't matter what you do, they will find a problem. So it's 30 days is to evaluate it, because you don't want to open it wide and then it becomes a problem. People start making reservations until this, then hotels, airlines, you know, there are cancellation fees. Oh, it's going to be a mess. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning. About yesterday, I was watching a replay on Can I Help You? And I heard two things. I heard you were saying that you went to Rosalie and Spicer met him and congratulate him for being the one they choose to run for Cassie Central. I don't know about that, but the other thing he said that was Kenny and Tony, he and Anakin, the UWP is afraid. That's why they don't want to call the election, because...
Afraid of what?
I don't know. When he and Kenny meeting on a platform, that is what they're afraid of. He and Kenny on a platform. But the other thing...
What kind of reasoning is that?
The other thing I want to ask you, I heard him said as well that Alan Chasney took $130-something million taxpayers' money and buy a hotel. I say, where in the world can a government do that? Where in the world can a government interfere with taxpayers' money to buy a hotel for who? So I just will say, let me ask you that to see.
Because I'm not even going to use one brain cell to go any further with that.
So why he keep on lying?
What do you expect, caller? Anyway, let's move on, caller. I ain't wasting time to speculate on madness.
I was that man yesterday on
yeah, let's move on, caller. I'm not going to make this segment about any madness.
Okay, there's something else. Yeah. I saw him yesterday and
so my dear have pali about me say, so wasting my time here. Is the electricity bill have to pay uka pali about me say, you just lock on me. People don't want to be bothered by that. Papi show, that's unsubstantiated nonsense. We had the uka still, yes, okay. Shakle say a lot uka pote. Papi show, man. Papi show. Sorry, talk about something else. A deputy said, how could Philip J. Pierre be touting? That's one of his proudest accomplishments, along with having dinner with Nelson Mandela. What are your biggest accomplishments? What's your biggest accomplishment, having been in office for so long? I must tell you that my biggest moment, you know about accomplishment, may usavi tune right away, because Marsha pan piece accomplishments. Ipan piece accomplishments are no legacy. Well, there is a legacy of no legacy. So Nelson Mandela, big deal. I had dinner with Bill Clinton and Daniel Ortega from Nicaragua. ¿Qué importa eso, Philip? Philip, ¿qué importa eso? Que cenaste con Nelson Mandela. ¿Qué importancia es eso para Santa Lucía? ¿Con qué saliste de esta cena? ¿En qué manera que aprendiste de Nelson Mandela salía como un beneficio a Santa Lucía? ¿En qué manera? ¿Qué hiciste? ¿Qué hace para ti como el deputy? ¿Cómo cambia tu vida? Good morning, you on the air. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Noble.
Good morning.
It's a gaffer of Cafe.
Hey, Cafe, Gaffer. Good morning to you.
Where you was yesterday.
Yes.
So it was a pleasure.
Oh, it was our pleasure. We give you the bell. The people of Cafe are lovely.
It was my pleasure.
Yes.
For the crew to come and visit me.
Mm-hmm.
And to see you all in person.
Yeah.
Yes. How was your night?
Oh, it was fantastic. I kept dreaming about Cafe. It's beautiful over there.
Okay, I was very tired. I went to bed after 9.
Oh, really?
I was really tired, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so,
Well, thank you very much for all your Choiseul hospitality and all the people down there who took care of us yesterday, and we had a good time and we spoke about everything.
Yes.
It was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so
Susan said
much.
to tell you a morning.
Who's that?
My daughter, Susan.
Oh, good morning to you. Flying away today. Go and take your plane. End it.
Okay then. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
May God bless you for all the good work you're doing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Yes, and you too.
Okay. Morning, Susan. How are you? You're getting your clothes packed up and ready to move, ain't it? Why blog us by Enid? Tell me yes, Enid. She's going back to London. She's gonna be listening. I want the link. I want everything, so I could listen to Keeping It Real, and I could listen to the crew on Sky FM. That's a good thing, ain't it? Ki moun ki Enid la. Yo kakwi Enid tout le. Ki moun ki Enid. 4560931, folks. That number in the studio. And we have 3 messages already. Oh, we got another call, so I'm going to take that one. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real.
Good morning, Nobby. I was so happy of having you all in Belfort.
Oh, in Belfort. Oh, Belfort is in the house. It was wonderful. Belfort is beautiful. I had a great time.
Oh, my God. I was so happy as if I gained $100 million from you all.
Oh, don't let people know that.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to see you all again.
Well,
after you all left, I saw the Prime Minister pass.
Oh, yeah.
It was good, and I was so happy. Thanks a lot for
you're
everything.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for treating us well yesterday. You too. Thank you very much. Say hello to all the people of Belfort.
Yes, I will.
Did you hear somebody was asking about your road down there? Did we ever consult you all about the road?
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, some guy called you. He was trying to be mischievous this morning. But thank you for calling in.
You're welcome.
Hope you have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good morning to all the wonderful people down there in Belfort and Soufre. Good morning to you. So we have some messages here already this morning, so I'm going to start off from the first one. Okay, when was that? I need to apologize to Dr. Secret. I had called and my credit had finished, so the call cut off. My apologies to him and Sky FM crew, and letting you all know I am not great crew and positive vibes. Ignore this caller. You only bring the positivity. Let God be the guide. Yeah, I guess that caller who called earlier. Juliana Donatien is watching from Choiseul. Good morning, Mr. William. Good morning, Juliana. How are you? Hope you have a wonderful day. Good morning. I hope you had a pleasant and restful weekend. I'm watching and listening to you this morning. Great show as usual. Keep up the good work. Do have yourself a blessed and productive week. A fan from Entrepot. Oh, Entrepot. Well, good morning to you. Entrepot. I wonder who that could be. Well, let's go. Next one. Good morning. Great show as usual. Great show. Where can I buy the bingo tickets? You can call 451-4949. 451-4949 for bingo tickets and information on where you can get them. Or you can consult or contact your district rep, your UWP district representative, or the one next over. Dr. Anthony's administration tried to sneak in a 5% reduction of salary on public servants. No consultation. It was only the CSA, guided by Mary Isaac and Mr. Pierre, who blocked that plan. Good morning, Norbert. They never realized FFF is Flabo Fire Friday. Labor is a bunch of jokers. Next one. Good morning. If your caller is correct about Menisa, then SLP are entering a new phase in the campaign, shuffling the deck. They can only get 15 candidates and now shuffling the deck. They just start. Grosile is next. Caller. Bye, Grosile Sala. I'm not saying anything. Good morning, Norbert. Let Ernest Hilaire go take his beating in the courts to prove to St. Lucians that he was... I'm not going to say that. Come on, man. Don't send me that message. Good morning, Norbert. Can you believe that someone is on Facebook telling people that elections is no later than the 30th of June simply because of the new requirements for people who have taken the second dose? As usual, nonsense. You know, I am putting it to you that today, well, Here you are already. That today you will hear that the 30 days trial period of the new protocols, that if you are double vaccinated or you have your full dose of vaccine, because I think it's Johnson & Johnson or whichever one of them only requires one vaccine, that if you're fully vaccinated, you can come into St. Lucia, a resident or visitor, you can enter St. Lucia between the 31st of May, today, and the 30th of June with a negative PCR test and not go into quarantine. But folks, if the government is doing this for people to come in to vote for them, don't you think people can also come in to vote for ESLB? I mean, this is the shallow thinking that people have. You know, don't you know that if there's a curfew or if the state of emergency is in effect and there's a curfew, that it's not only the SLP campaign that is going to be affected as far as having rallies and meetings into the night, that it's also going to be for the UWP? I mean, people need to think, man. Come on. You hear things just for a second, a minute. Just think about it before you run your mouth. Gosh, man. Think, my people. Think. Think. And the reason why it's only for 30 days with the fully vaccinated people is so that they can evaluate whether it's okay. Because you don't want to do something and say, okay, it's wide open now, and then people start making all kind of reservations, and after the 30 days you realize, oh, we better stop that because it's not working out. You know, can you imagine the problems you're going to have? People book hotels, they arrange for their vacation, they book airline tickets, all kind of things like that. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. Ah, gosh, man. Come on. Another message. Somebody says they forwarded a message. Be the reason someone smiles today. It is good to have mercy and the things that money can buy, but it's good too to check up once in a while and make sure you haven't lost the things that money can't buy. Folks, I'm not taking any calls on the WhatsApp number. If you call in via WhatsApp, it has to be via WhatsApp. If you're in the diaspora, you can call via WhatsApp. It's free. If you don't have credit, call via WhatsApp. It's free. If you don't have a lot of credit, call via WhatsApp. You're not going to be using any of your credit. Don't call direct on the WhatsApp number because it's for these people to allow them to come in. I will not accept regular telephone calls on the WhatsApp number. If you want to call via regular phone, if you're in the diaspora and you want to pay long distance, that's up to you. The number in the studio is 456, that's a landline, 456-0931. The WhatsApp number is for WhatsApp. Good morning, you on the air. Let's keep it real.
Good morning, Brother Norbert. How are you doing?
Morning, sir.
Brother Norbert, which government passed 361? Which administration passed that 361 law?
SLP.
And what was 361, Brother Norbert?
Clamp down on people, man. The most ludicrous kind of thing. Oh, if it's possible that you could, all kind of things. Foutez la jol, man.
If I remembered, 361 was a law passed to stifle freedom of speech. And remember, Rick Wayne took offense to that because when you look at the legislation itself, the law itself, it stifles freedom of expression and things. So the Labour Party and the Surrogates like to say, oh, this Prime Minister is a dictator and all kind of nonsense. But I want to remind them, which Prime Minister passed 361? It was the Labour Party and the Kenny Anthony who passed 361.
Don't forget the deputy too, was there? The deputy.
No, the deputy said he didn't know about 361. He said he didn't know. He was not in Parliament.
He said he didn't know about 361 either?
Well, if you say he doesn't know about anything, then I'm assuming.
But caller, I believe you because I don't know. He never know nothing. What kind of deputy is that?
Could you imagine that deputy prime minister / leader of the opposition / wanting to be prime minister is saying that he have never been to supermarket, and you want to lead a country.
He don't shop in the supermarket.
He don't shop in supermarkets. He don't go to supermarkets. But you want to lead a country. If you cannot relate to the issues of the people, how could you fix the issue?
Yeah.
The man went as Philip JP went as far as saying he don't need guavas.
No, caller. You have to quote that. Grovers.
He said he doesn't buy bread, hot bread. I remember as a kid when Central Bakery, which is commonly known as Amma. It was a pleasure for me to get my hot bread and cheese, which was like 60 cents.
That was a St. Lucia. That was a St. Lucia thing. Eh? Hot bread is a Lucian thing. Local bread fight. Munka gourmet pour pain. Anyway, pain show.
But Philip JP is saying he doesn't need hot bread. He doesn't go to supermarkets.
But so what's the benefit? What's the benefit of him having one passport, being a black man in St. Lucia, and not living anywhere else, if he doesn't have the experience of St. Lucia living?
Not only that.
Hot bread is a St. Lucian experience. Eating gravas is a St. Lucian experience. Going to the supermarket, whether in St. Lucia or anywhere else, but in St. Lucia, is a St. Lucia experience. Did he go to the tea boutique? Did he go to the little store to buy a half a pound of butter? Or maybe he wasn't. He was a little more affluent than that and didn't have to do those things. Was he under watch? Was he kept at home? Was he under the close watch of his parents? What? I mean, everything the man. But he posing with picture ka jouer ek de tomados, eh?
The thing is, on the issue of the passport, the one passport, if, by some miracle, Philip JP becomes prime minister, wouldn't he have a diplomatic passport?
Well, yeah. Well, you know, I mean, citizenship. That's what he's referring to. Yeah, so
no, what I'm saying is, he said he only has one passport. Which is
yeah, but what he was alluding to is citizenship. He doesn't belong to another country. That's where he's going with that.
Right, but I'm just saying, since he's, I'm just saying, since he said he only has one passport, I'm saying, so would he refuse the diplomatic passport if by some chance, some miracle, he becomes prime minister? Would he?
I don't think he would. Messi, who can go around the bush, around the ring, friend. He's talking about nationality. The diplomatic passport is still St. Lucian. It's not going to change his St. Lucian-ness. That's the point he's making. St. Lucian-ness. So si vous êtes St. Lucien kuni a passeport Amérique, ebe l'Angleterre, ebe Germany, ebe a lot pays ou pas St. Lucian kon li.
I hope the St. Lucians like myself who live in the diaspora, we remember that. And when we come down to vote, we have to vote in protest because Philip JP is like I know exactly. I just wanted it to hammer it in. Philip JP is saying that we St. Lucians who live in the diaspora, we are less St. Lucians because we have two passports. So just on that basis alone, we should not vote for the Labour Party. Good show, brother. No,
all right, caller. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Good morning. You're on the air. Let's keep it real.
Hello.
Good morning. You're on the air. Let's keep it real.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Caller, I'm not hearing you well, and you need to turn on the radio in the background. I'm not going to be patient with that kind of thing anymore. I have headphones on. You have to turn down your radio or your device when you call in. Message via WhatsApp asking Pierre what development he will bring to Marsha for over 20 years and making him know step isn't development and step cannot pay my mortgage. This guy has no plans. No plans. Another message here. Good morning, Norbert. Good morning, Norbert. I prepared everything for you all yesterday because Champagne promised to call. Deal with Champagne. No ale Telma plus. Talk to Champagne. See, boss. Deal with Champagne. Okay. Next message here. Nobby, hi, good morning. Yesterday I took a drive around Ionola and wow, I was locked onto 93.1 Sky FM. The signal was uninterrupted around the island. The People's Station is born. Yes, we were testing it out yesterday too. Around the island, one frequency, we drove around, we went down the west coast and came up via the East Coast, and Sky FM was available. You don't have to touch that dial, folks. Tell the bus driver, don't touch it. Good morning to all the minibus drivers in St. Lucia on the highways and byways right now, coming up to bring all those passengers to work, to do business, going up north, coming down south, going east, west, wherever you are. Good morning to you, and tell the driver if he doesn't have it on, put the station on Sky FM, driver, and don't touch it. Next message. Good morning, Norbert. I saw a clip with, I ain't gonna propagate that nonsense. Good morning. Just remember, Kenny fired Philip J. twice and replaced him with Menisa Rambali. So how it go look if Menisa should go back to the SLP to work under Philip J. Boy. I don't know. Good morning, sir. I hope the show will address Mr. Pierre's appearance on Blazing FM, where he spoke on how he will pay for the freeness. How he pay? He ain't say how he'll pay. He ain't saying at all. Everybody asks the same question, and he always dodges. Hi, Norbert. You crack me up when you mention your phrases around the ring, Afflin. I remember those ring games. But on a different note, Guy will still deal with them in his constituency. Guy is the guy. That's right. 456-0931 and 485-0931 for WhatsApp. Yeah, that's right, folks. 485-0931 for WhatsApp. And 25 minutes before 8 o'clock, if you're supposed to be getting to work for 7, guess what? You're late. If you're getting to work for 8, if you start at 8, then you have 24 more minutes. Good morning, my friend Norbert Williams. Please remind all your listeners that in 1979, after court lines collapsed, the SLP government bought Halcyon Days Hotel, which became the bee house, where certain people and their concubines went to spend time. Brothel is the word for house of ill repute. I remember my police definition. Are you opening up? Are you raising a can of worms there? Are you raising an ant's nest? Kai bomb. I don't know. Belfort, not Belmont. Belfort is in Soufre. Somebody's asked me, where's Belfort? Well, Well, caller, some people irritate me. And yes, I came across as irritable this morning because I have no tolerance. This morning I wake up and I ain't have no tolerance for any kind of nonsense. That's right, that's just it. Somebody said to tell Entrepot to stay in their section. People get jealous when I call out different places and I don't call their neighborhood, you know. Let's see here. Good morning, Norbert. The SLP has gone way past desperation. I don't know, eh? I feel sorry for Mr. Henry because they have used him as a sacrificial lamb. You really feel they wanted him to run that seat? I don't think so. Well, I don't know. Maybe you should ask the deputy prime minister, the one. You know, I don't know. I don't know, caller. I don't know. So, 4560931. Hey, what happened to the early morning music here? They're going mad. Hey, that's some Africa. Yeah, it's, you know what? Let's have some African stuff this morning. Let's just keep it real, you know. You know, I keep it real, okay, folks? We happy, we laugh, we crack a joke, somebody calls in, we serious, whatever. But if some people irritate me sometimes, I'm just gonna let it out like that. The full joker, this one asked if they consulted people to fix their roads. People crying about the roads that was left in the most horrendous condition that the SLP left them in. Damage in the vehicle, busted tires, shocks by AC, all kind of damage to people's vehicles. Plus, the added time it takes you to transact your business because you have to look at this or two. And you're telling me whether they consulted people to fix the roads. The people are crying out to fix the roads. Dang damn it. Anyway, Butch for Castries South. Vote Mr. Butch.
No. You ready? Let me go now. Vote. One thing now. I want you to vote
Mr. Butch. Vote Mr. Butch. Vote Mr. Butch. And you ain't go forget your vote.
Let me go now. Vote Mr. Butch Daddy.
Big Daddy. Big Daddy.
Go now. Hey, sissy won't just put your tick on your ex there. Mary go on a side there. Ola fulla show coming down. Flamo taking the whole tongue.
Good morning all the way from Toronto. Good morning, how are you?
Yes, I'm okay. What I tried to make a point. I'm like, if in this world we could believe that Kenyan Tony will be in the house as Labour Party, maybe Labour Party win the election. If you believe Kenyan Tony will be there and seeing that is Philip J. is his leader,
well, he'll be the deputy.
Because what I'm trying to say, this man have made some decision when he was in power, and nobody never opposed him to tell him this is not good. This is not good. Look, the Prale Hotel. This never happened. And so much of money spent on that project.
Le Pawadi.
This never take place.
Le
Nobody
Pawadi.
know nothing about it. Yes. Check. Right now we almost have a seat in St. Lucia. Almost. Because you never know what will happen with this case.
Grindberg.
Nobody. All these guys was there. Nobody never know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing until things like Satikaka. That's when people start knowing everything right now. Nobody. And right now, all these guys is there. They have the most idea right now. This guy refused to know that. They refuse to know that there is in opposition right now. He is in opposition. They don't know what's opposition. Opposition. He is in opposition. On the other side of the table, man. Other side of the table. And something again. Sometimes most people, that's where maybe you would hear your parliamentary or whatever is in the house on a debate or something like that. And every time people try to listen to this guy, they walk off their house. So what? Look, right now there's no campaign outside campaign. Maybe that should be some place where you could speak your mind and say something. You see, every time so they want things to come their ways. When things they come their way, they leave.
Yeah.
Come on, man. At least, this is not manners. This is disrespect, people like that. This is disrespect. Trust me. Disrespect. At least people vote for you all to do something to represent, to have something about you all or something.
That's right.
You see, when every time you all come up, please to talk to the people like people like what's going on. When things come your way, you walk out the place. Come on, man. Like no pressure. You can't work under pressure. And it's time for people not to come on like the ministers. Well, I got one minister saying that when they win the election, not if, when they win the election, he will go bodily and it's not that he will put the people out. Some people saying he's one joint. The man never says he's a joint. The man say that when they win the election, he's gonna put everybody they arrest with marijuana case out and not put them out. He will give them transportation. At least, man, don't tell people this kind of stupid thing. You see, people are grown up, man. People have a brain. People is thinking. Don't tell people this kind of stupid thing, man. People are not stupid again. You see, okay, if you have something to say, you say something. Like these guys, they do things and they don't take the blame. You have to take your blame, man. You have to take your blame. You do something wrong, don't blame somebody for your stupidness. You blame yourself for your stupidness. You see? But I'm telling you, my favorite politician in St. Lucia is Guy Joseph. When I heard this guy talk like I don't feel he should leave the give up at all. This guy always have points to say. Sometimes I say and I say, when is Guy thinking of things, man?
Don't forget tonight.
Coming up with things that,
yeah.
I will never miss it. The more the man talk, the more things he see. The more the man talk, the little project that the people do, the little project there. You promise the guys work for so long. You never give them the work. The man give the guys the work. They're doing the work. You come in and try and say this job should have been a $70,000 job. Where the hell is that you come in and tell the people that this kind of stupid thing? That's why they run him. They tell him no. You promised us that job for a long while. You never did it. Now we're doing it. You come in and disturb us. They should lick him with the shovel. Sorry about that. But don't have people as people is deck in Lucia again. There's nothing like that, man. Nothing like that. Don't give people this kind of endeavor. You all know that. You all in opposition. Wait. If you all get to win the election, you all go win it. So what they're trying to say, like honestly, like this guy, call the election. So you know why? This Range Rover, maybe election call, they win the election. That's assuming, you will get this vehicle right away because my government in power. So there's no.
Well, I don't know that. I don't know if you can say that. I don't know if you can say that. But anyway, let's move.
That's what. Okay. That's assuming. Okay. Because if let's say like you go to Marsha, you buy something, like the security come and tell you that, oh, Mr. Nobot, I don't believe you pay for this thing. So what you have to do? Just
show your bill.
Provide your receipt.
That's right.
Show your bill, Mister. That's your proof of you pay for the thing. Okay. They say that you got a problem with this vehicle, whatever come up. Okay, Mister. All I do, bring my paper.
Plain and simple, easy. So like magical. I don't know what is so complicated about this.
Man, even a little child 3 years old do the same thing. Even a little child 3 years old because to avoid all this conflict on this thing, Mister, okay, this is my paper for the vehicle. That's why that's the price I bought the vehicle in England. That's how I clear it up. Simple, Mister. So everything case closed. Case closed. You bring document. Everything is document, man. Document. You bring your document. This is man. You let that go until they take the vehicle from you. So that's stupidness. And you want to represent people with that same attitude? This is not good, Mister. We have to think. People have to think, and people have to think like don't let this guy come and brainwash them with all them kind of stupid thing.
All right, caller.
Local bread.
Right, thank you very much, caller. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Also, don't forget, folks, coming up tonight at 8 o'clock, man, none other than Guy Joseph with Inside Castries Southeast right here on Sky FM 93.1, also on GVD channel 115 on Flow Cable TV, also on Facebook.com/Sky FM SLU. Good morning, Montreal.
Oh, you have me on GPS.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm all right, thank you. It's Monday. I had a lovely weekend.
It is Monday. It's a lovely weekend, and I think you'll have a holiday coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, that's right, caller. That's right.
There is another holiday. I have 2 questions for you.
Yes.
I'm just trying to understand. First one, I noticed the new protocols came out, obviously.
Yeah, effective today.
With new science and vaccine. Right.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand why the 30th of June. I want to hear it from better sources.
Okay. Well, caller.
So
okay.
That's one.
Okay. So let me answer that first, very quickly. I mean, it's just a logical conclusion. I heard it and immediately I saw the dates. I'm like, 31st to the 30th of June, and then it's to evaluate how effective it's going to be. Because you don't want there to be a breakout, because I think there's going to be a lot of confusion and it's not going to be good PR-wise and destination image if you have people, because a lot of people want to get away in the US, in Canada, in Europe, all over. And you don't want people to get their vacations approved. You don't want people to make airline reservations and hotel reservations. And then you realize that, hey, maybe we need to cut back on this now, and then it's going to be a whole, problem. So you get an evaluation period, a test. Yeah.
Okay, it's like I'm assuming an SI was released, so rather than do it for a longer period and come back to change the SI, it's like 30 days, let's see how this works, and then change from there based on the science. Okay, good. The other one is, I know the election hasn't been called.
Yeah.
But obviously we're in election sort of mode.
Well,
I mean, we hear
it's
music and those
inevitable.
things.
It's inevitable.
Of course. When, if any time, can a manifesto be expected from UWP? And in addition to that, without knowing when that might come out, what's your position? And I'll be clear, I voted for UWP in the last election. What is the position this time around constitutional reform?
Well,
where we at?
Let me tell you the first thing. Right. So let me tell you the first thing about constitution reform. Right. Constitution reform requires a 75% vote. It can be done if one party gets more than 75% of the vote, or if the two parties, the opposition and the government, decide to get on there. If the opposition decides to be totally opposing, as these guys have been, and you don't have 75% of the vote, you ain't going to be able to change anything. So it must be a 75% vote in the House to change anything in the Constitution.
So I agree with you there. So I think maybe I should change the question. I think you're right. From a constitutional perspective, the changes, if they're constitutional, require a certain majorities. But I'm referring more broadly that the recommendations that came out of the Constitutional Reform Commission don't require some majority. There are some things that could be easy wins that UWP should have done, haven't done, that can allow for greater accountability and transparency. So for me to make a decision,
for example,
I want to hear some of those things.
Okay, for example.
We can look within the criminal code to look at sexual offenses. We can raise the age of consent. We can remove the buggery laws. There are substantive changes that we can make in relation to accountability and transparency
laws
for other acts of government. So let's hear some discussion of that is what I'm saying. I made my decision based on that the last time, and I'm not hearing it now. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to sit.
Okay, so the persons who are, yes, absolutely. So each party is, I would expect, working on their manifesto. That's one thing that's expected by the population going into an election. You will have to wait for that to come out. I'm sure they're both working on it. In fact, the UWP is working on theirs. And you will have to evaluate it based on that and ask your questions and see what the responses are.
Okay, I mean, fair enough, but another example would be the change in legislation around decriminalizing marijuana. Like, I want to hear you all push on those issues.
That doesn't have to wait.
Come out.
That doesn't have to wait for a manifesto. They're quite advanced discussions that have been held.
Already.
I
forget about the manifesto. I want to hear it as part of the political platform.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Good.
Because I can't make a decision otherwise.
Right.
All right. Thanks, Robert.
Good. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you for keeping it real.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a great day. Yeah, well, I guess they need to be listening to that because a number of people are interested in what the discussion is. There's a very interesting statement that was actually made before the last elections, and I will get it for you all. I will play it tomorrow morning. It's actually a statement made by Richard Frederick outside the House of Parliament sometime just before elections were announced in 2016. I have that recording. In fact, I recorded him. The question was asked. I asked the question about the sex offender registry as well, and he made comments on that. So tomorrow morning, I will play that response to the whole marijuana question and the response of Richard Frederick and how it relates to everything. Because what people need to understand, folks, we are quite advanced in our discussions with what's that expression I hate so much? The different parties, not political. The stakeholders, I hate that word so badly. The different stakeholders And we know that there's a whole commission and there's been discussions for quite a while about that. And we have a call from Toronto, so we're going to take that. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real. Good morning, you're on the air. Morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
I do agree with what the last caller said in regard to the marijuana decriminalization. But the other part to that, if this were to ever happen, it has to be only St. Lucia nationals who have to plant marijuana. The reason why I'm saying that, because I know for a fact there are some Canadians who are interested in the decriminalized marijuana, and so they could have to. No foreigner should be allowed to plant marijuana in St. Lucia.
And when you say foreigner, what do you mean?
I mean, I'm not saying a foreign national. I'm talking about a foreigner, like a Caucasian man.
That's not a Caucasian. Hold on. A foreigner is not a Caucasian.
That's an American,
foreigner, okay.
An American Caucasian man.
Because you can have a black American. Hold on, caller. Let's, this kind of race thing. Let's get it straight. You live in Toronto, so you should be well aware of the sensitivity of those things. You can have a black. Is a black American okay?
No.
Okay, so then you don't need. So then color is not the important factor here.
But when I tell you a foreigner, I mean a foreigner.
Yeah, but you said Caucasian. Caucasians are not the only foreigners.
When you ask, what do I mean by a foreigner?
We're going around in circles now. Any foreigner.
No, we're not going around in circles. Any foreigner.
A white person is not a foreigner. A black person is not a foreigner. A foreigner is a person who is not a St. Lucian citizen. You agreeing with me and you disagreeing with yourself. The reason why I ask what is a foreigner is because a Vincentian is a foreigner. A Dominican is a foreigner, and they can travel and work and live in St. Lucia without any problem, just as a St. Lucian can go to Dominica or St. Vincent. So we have to be very careful or very circumspect in what we will consider as foreigner and how that is going to affect agreements and treaties that we have signed in the region. How does that affect CSME? You see, that's the question. We have to look at that is why things take time for you to examine so many things. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real. Good morning, I'm fine, thank you.
I just had to call when I heard that lady calling and saying about foreigners should not be allowed to plant marijuana in St. Lucia. No, but it's the foreigners that come in to invest. They that have the money, I'm not saying St. Lucians don't have. But the foreigners coming in with all the equipment, all the money for the medicinal marijuana, for the hemp, to make clothes, to make whatever. They have to regulate it where the rastas and people who have been in it before must get a piece of the pie.
Well, some people disagree with you on that. I just want you to know that nobody else should come in.
No. Let me tell you, people have to face reality. The people who are planting marijuana now don't have that kind of money to invest
for the large scale.
The herbs, the medicinal marijuana and the hemp to make clothes and all that. They don't have it. And even the expertise too on the different, how they call it, the strength of the marijuana.
Yeah.
You understand? So this thing we come in, everything is a foreigner. Don't let foreigner come and do this. And the lady who's calling there, she in a foreign land, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's in a foreign land. These people need to stop that. Stop it. Think before you all call and say these kind of things. You in a foreign land making money maybe to help your family in St. Lucia. But you're saying about how foreigners should not come. They should not allow foreigners to come here. Let me tell you, if we had to stop foreigners from coming here, St. Lucians would die hungry. We wouldn't have Sanders. We wouldn't have a lot of things.
They'll be eating.
You understand?
I understand you.
So at the end of the day, the people need to stop it and think before they come and call and say these kind of things.
You know,
Have a blessed day, Norbert.
thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. You know, I think it's very good that you brought up that point, because the statement that Richard Frederick made outside the House of Parliament in 2016 is quite, you know, it's a good thing that person from Toronto called and made that statement. And I kept correcting her, and she kept going back, because clearly she wanted to she was more interested in talking about white man than talking about the reality of the situation. Because white people aren't the only people who can be foreigners. They are black foreigners, they are black Americans, they are black Canadians. There are all different types. There are Indians and Chinese and whatever. A foreigner is a foreigner. The color of your skin or don't make any difference. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real.
Good morning, Mr. William.
Morning.
Good show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I in support of the last caller. She makes a lot of sense. But people have to understand, you cannot be calling the same white man thing and then calling St. Lucia and saying, well, and she didn't really explain herself, you know. She all tumbled up, but you did put the thing in the right context. I mean, we all travel all parts of the world going and make a living and coming back and investing and what have you. And as the last caller said, sometimes the fellas don't even have the monies, you know, to really put where they have to put it to really make the things happen. And sometimes what they're looking for is somebody, you know, to partnership with them to have this thing going. Now, we in St. Lucia, we want to do something and we does not have the money. And first thing we calling out, investors to come and invest. Because these people that have the money, you know, we don't, you know. And those people need to stop it, man. You know, I am a St. Lucian. I travel all parts of the world. When I go, I welcome. I get a little job. They're not telling me, well, I'm a foreigner, this, that, and the other. I'm all in support for St. Lucian to get 99.5% of the market. But do they have all the money to put where their mouth is?
Yeah. Where has all the money that these so-called St. Lucians who want to invest, who could have invested in the Cabot lands and purchase, where have they been all along? Where are they? What are they doing with the money?
Exactly. You know, and people calling and trying to bring. No, but you dealt with that the right way.
Caller, where are these people with all the money who could develop Cabot? Why they ain't going to buy low parody?
Exactly. They're making all the noise. And when they go home...
Caller, don't get me started this morning. Don't get me started this morning. Pie in the sky, people. That's all.
Right. But anyway, no, but good show, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, I have absolutely no problem with St. Lucians investing, spending money, whatever. But all this belated stuff about, oh, you could have gotten St. Lucian investors. Where them? Which company? Which St. Lucia investing company is there? Which one? Why didn't they buy it in the first place? It was there. Raffle was in default or gone bust for how long? Where are they? We have a call from Toronto again, another one. Good morning, you're on the air. Let's keep it real. Good morning. Good morning, you're on the air from Toronto.
I think the discussion about the protectionist policies for St. Lucians when it comes to weed cultivation and production, I think it's a healthy one that we should have.
It is one that's being had.
I don't think we should shut down. I don't think that we should shut down any side of the argument. I think we should listen to both. I think there's validity in both sides of the argument. The lady who was calling from Toronto, I understand what she's saying. I also understand your next caller. I see from both perspectives. We know, as we saw, as both her, the lady who lives in Toronto, and myself as well, we saw what happened with the legalization of weed in Canada. We understand that there are foreign companies, Canadian companies, U.S. companies, taking note of what's happening in the Caribbean when it comes to the legalization of weed. We also know that there are international trade treaties. There's the WTO, there's CARICOM, there's OECS. There's only a certain extent to which we can protect our...
That's right, that is right.
There's only a certain extent to which we can protect our local producers or manufacturers. But I think the government owes it to St. Lucians to explore as much as possible. I think I also agree, understand the lady who called from Toronto, where she's coming from, that industry, as much as possible, as much as it is legally possible for us to maintain some protectionist policies for St. Lucians, we should explore those protectionist policies. I also understand from your next caller and your perspective as well, that we want investors, we also to think about...
well, I can tell you, caller, I can tell you that as far as securing the market for St. Lucians, that is a major part of the discussions and considerations.
Good.
Right?
Good.
However, with this caller earlier, I am not going to entertain this white man thing as a description of what foreigner is.
I understand. I think she made an error there. I don't think that's what she was referring to. I think she was referring to a foreigner as a non-St. Lucian. But you brought up an important point that an OECS national has just as much rights to come and invest in St. Lucia, to travel, to move, to work, to invest in St. Lucia, as we do as St. Lucians to go to Dominica,
That's right.
or any other OECS islands. So part of it is going to have to be educating the population as to the trade treaties that we've signed into and the limits of protectionist policies we can have. But as much as possible, I'm happy to hear that we are having those discussions about trying to maintain part of that industry for St. Lucians, because it's big business and there are lots of money
to be made
that are looking at the Caribbean, right?
So let me give you a scenario. Let me give you a scenario. You see, that is why you cannot just jump into those things.
Absolutely.
And just say, well, we closing it off to St. Lucians, we legalizing it, and that's it. There's a lot of complications in this, and I'll create a scenario for you. Many of the islands in the region now have CIP.
Right.
If a CIP citizenship holder in Dominica from Saudi Arabia or wherever, a multimillionaire, billionaire, whatever, has a Dominican passport, he is now a member of the OECS. He's a citizen of Dominica.
Absolutely.
Can he come to St. Lucia now and invest? And you know, we gotta be serious. We gotta keep it real.
Yeah.
These are the things that people need to think about. What about a foreign billionaire or millionaire, whoever, who has citizenship in St. Lucia via our CIP program? Is he not going to be allowed to get into? You see, we gotta ask ourselves a lot of questions.
Yeah, but my point is the discussion needs to be had publicly.
That is right.
Respectfully. We need to look at both sides of the debate, all sides of the debate, and there also needs to be public education in it. That's my only point.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Norbert.
Thank you very much, caller.
Right.
Thank you for keeping it real. None other than Minerva. We made out your voice. You think I didn't know it was you? Well, folks, look at the time. 8:07, and this is a very hot topic. But, we can do that tomorrow morning and have the interested parties or St. Lucians on the whole call in and give their view. But, like I say, I don't have a problem with the legalization or the decriminalization of marijuana in St. Lucia. That's a discussion that has been had for a very long time, and I think that we've come to a point now where we're turning that corner. I know there are quite a lot of discussions, a lot of looking into a lot of things, legislation, looking into what treaties we've signed, looking into what St. Lucia wants out of this, looking into what the implications are. There's a lot of things to look at. And it's not something that gets done overnight like some people think. You just pass the law and that's it. What happens if you're a CIP holder, a citizenship by investment passport holder here in St. Lucia, and you're from Canada, or you're from Saudi Arabia, or you're from wherever else in the world? Are you then going to be allowed to cultivate marijuana? If you're a citizen, you're a citizen, right? These are the complications that you have to look at. We're CSME, we're OECS. Citizens of Dominican can come over here to live, to work, move back and forth without hindrance, stay indefinitely. If you have citizenship in Dominica via the CIP program, can you now come to St. Lucia as a Dominican? You have a Dominican passport, you're Dominican. There's very interesting questions to ask. How do you do that? Do you have different types of citizen. A citizen is a citizen. Is it only when it's convenient? So what happened down the road, something else comes up, you say, oh, only St. Lucians. So you say, oh, okay, we got to write into law that you're a citizen, but now we're going to exclude you from this. And then 10 years later on down the road, you want to say, well, you're a citizen, but we've decided, when, what, how. These are the complications of things. Thank you so much for joining me once again, folks. It was great having you here. Coming up at 9 o'clock, The Man Champagne with Champagne in the Morning. And tonight, 8:30 p.m., 8 o'clock, right here on Sky FM 93.1 and GVD TV channel 115. Also, facebook.com/SkyFMSLU. Guy Joseph with Inside Castries Southeast. Somebody said Menisa Rambali is going to be going up for Castries Southeast. I don't know about that. I guess we'll be hearing, won't we? And thank you to all the people around St. Lucia, especially in Sue Fresh Roselle and Labrie, who treated us so well yesterday. We were distributing masks, the Sky FM crew, myself, Dr. Secret, Champagne, and Ring the Bell, and yours truly right here. It was wonderful, beautiful people around St. Lucia, in Belfort, in Cafe Roselle, and all over the place. Thank you so much for welcoming us into your neighborhood, into your neck of the woods. Hope you have a wonderful day, folks. Hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are, in the diaspora and everywhere else. Have a great day, folks. I'm Norbert Williams. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
My MP said that we would have a new wellness center. Here we are. It's almost finished.
My community said we needed a new wing to our secondary school. And my MP said yes.
My sister said she needed help to find a job, so my MP created a job fair.
Our athlete said we needed better sporting facilities.
A new early childhood development center.
My neighbor said. My sister said.
The children said.
Community said.
Roads and a new park. And my MP said.
Yes.
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 Of course.
Nous tous, c'est yon famille en Micoud Nord. Et nous continuons pour faire progrès avec Antigale.
My MP said Denry South deserved a world-class sporting facility.
And we said, thanks. He also said our perennial flooding issue had to be solved.
My MP ensured us of new roads, and most of the workers came from Denry. An equitable distribution of e-learning devices. My MP, one who looks out for the most vulnerable amongst us.
My MP is tried, trusted, tested, and reliable.
And we say thank you.
Denry South, let's keep working.
Hi everyone, I'm Amaryah and I'm a student at the Monaco Passios Combined School. I'm in grade 6 and my teacher is Miss Stanislas. My favorite subject would be math. I don't normally like it, but my teacher makes it finds a way to make it fun. I also love the positive quote she put up all over the walls. It reminds me to keep going. Also, the new wing is very impressive. The balcony is very large. So at break time, I can eat my snack and, go for a nice little walk. I also like the size of the classroom, so I'm not sticking on anybody because, 6 feet apart. Before, it was a rocky ride coming to school when I normally take the bus. But now, the drivers don't have any complaints now that the district rep fixed it. Before, it was like a rocky, stony road. The road, but now that they fixed it with some concrete and nice tools, it's a smooth ride. I may even fall asleep.
Thank you, Dr. Rigobert.
We've moved security from 112 to 119 million. We've moved youth and sports from 4.7 million to 7.1 million, and that does not include the money at NLA. We've moved equity from 54 million to 62 million, and we've moved agriculture from 25 million to 28 million. Mr. Speaker, this is where the money has gone. We have not backed down from our responsibilities to the people of this country, and nor we ever will, because we have an ambition to build a new St. Lucia for everyone in this country.
What separates us is our ability to recognize your needs and to work towards addressing them. Providing opportunities, dreaming big, and delivering bigger. What separates us is passionate representation, meticulous guarding of our social and economic indicators, and working with and for you during the most trying time in recorded history. What separates us is a cabinet guided by God for the protection, progress, and prosperity of our St. Lucia. The United Workers' Party. Let's keep working.
My MP said that we would have a new wellness center. Here we are. It's almost finished.
My community said we needed a new wing to our secondary school, and my MP said yes.
My sister said she needed help to find a job, so my MP created a job fair.
Our athlete said we needed better sporting facilities.
A new early childhood development center.
My neighbors said.
My sister said.
The children said.
Community said.
Roads and a new park. And my MP said.
Yes.
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 Of course.
Nous toutes, c'est yon famille en Micoud-Nord. And nous continuons pour faire progrès avec Antigale.
Hello everyone, I'm Norbert Williams, right here on Sky FM 93.1. Join me Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. for the morning edition of Keeping It Real. And on Tuesdays and Fridays, Minerva Ward joining me from Canada, right near the North Pole. Although it's cold over there, it's gonna be hot in here. Don't you forget, Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on GVD TV and streaming live on Facebook. Don't you miss it.
I have every intention to assist in whatever way, in whatever capacity, in wherever I can for the advancement of the people of Beaufort North. I couldn't believe Beaufort North in 2021 still have households that do not have pipe-borne water. But as the current government under the United Workers' Party, they did everything they could to get pipe-borne water for the people of Fonkapesh. And now that the people of Fonkapesh are enjoying this precious commodity, as we say, water is life, and that is a success story. And kudos to the government, the people of Fonkapesh, and by extension Beaufort North, they are extremely happy.
So when we talk about members on the opposite side wanting to do some kind of audit, I have to say to you, your march would be a great place to begin. What was the purpose of that? I mean, did you not know that despite the fact that we were going off a state of emergency, that the whole region was still in a state of alert? And that this anxiousness to go out and show people that, I think, what was it called? The greatest march ever in the history of St. Lucia. So it was never about the people, it was always about yourselves.
Bienvenue à Sky FM 93.1 et puis Dr. Sigwe lundi pour vendredi. Ça c'est 4h30 pour 8h au soir. Côté Dr. Sigwe ka encore nous. Côté nous ka discuter qui ça qui ka fait en pays. Nous aussi à sur Facebook et puis channel 115. Ça c'est DVD TV. Join-moi lundi pour vendredi à sur Sky FM 93.1 et puis Dr. Sigwe encore nous.
Hello, welcome to the program Champagne in the Morning with yours truly, your favorite guy, Champagne. Join me here every morning from 8 a.m. until 12 noon. We're also live on GVD channel 115 and live stream on the internet. Join me as we discuss all of the current events of our beautiful country and around the world. You too could get into the program by calling in 456-0931 or 485-0931. Thank you for tuning in. Join me 8 a.m. to 12 noon.
It is with much thanks and effort that we are here today to make this valuable donation to the fishermen of Ancillary. There are some over 30 boat owners in this community, and fishing, no doubt, is a very, very big part of the livelihood of the people of Ancillary. I want to, on behalf of the government of St. Lucia, and myself, I want to donate this to the fishermen of Ancillary, and I am very happy, and I hope that you guys will put this into very good use.
On behalf of the Ancillary Fat Fishers, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Dominic Fede for providing us with a timely donation of the ropes we have here.
I want to say thank you to the minister for donating us that rope for the fad, and that's going to bring a little income during the COVID time. And I want to say thanks a lot again.
So when we talk about members on the opposite side wanting to do some kind of audit, I have to say to you, your march would be a great place to begin. What was the purpose of that? I mean, did you not know that despite the fact that we were going off a state of emergency, that the whole region was still in a state of alert? And that this anxiousness to go out and show people that, I think, what was it called? The greatest march ever in the history of St. Lucia. So it was never about the people, it was always about yourselves.
Well, for Chida Belrose, I don't have no problem with her. I think she's the right person in that time for the right job and to do the right thing, what we always wanted.
We've moved security from 112 to 119 million. We've moved youth and sports from 4.7 million to 7.1 million, and that does not include the money at NLA. We've moved equity from 54 million to 62 million, and we've moved agriculture from 25 million to 28 million. Mr. Speaker, this is where the money has gone. We have not backed down from our responsibilities to the people of this country, and nor we ever will, because we have an ambition to build a new St. Lucia for everyone in this country.
My MP said that we would have a new wellness center. Here we are. It's almost finished.
My community said we needed a new wing to our secondary school, and my MP said yes.
My sister said she needed help to find a job, so my MP created a job fair.
Our athlete said we needed better sporting facilities.
A new early childhood development center.
My neighbors said. My sister said.
The children said.
Community said.
Roads and a new park. And my MP said.
Yes.
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 Of course.
Nou tout se yon fami an mi koud nod. An nou kontine pou fè pogwe ek anti-gil.
My MP said Denry South deserved a world-class sporting facility.
And we said, thanks. He also said our perennial flooding issue had to be solved.
My MP ensured us of new roads, and most of the workers came from Denry. An equitable distribution of e-learning devices. My MP, one who looks out for the most vulnerable amongst us.
My MP is tried, trusted, tested, and reliable.
And we say thank you.
Denry South, let's keep working.
Hi everyone, I'm Amaryah and I'm a student at the Monaco Passios Combined School. I'm in grade 6 and my teacher is Miss Stanislas. My favorite subject would be math. I don't normally like it, but my teacher makes it finds a way to make it fun. I also love the positive quote she put up all over the walls. It reminds me to keep going. Also, the new wing is very impressive. The balcony is very large. So at break time, I can eat my snack and, go for a nice little walk. I also like the size of the classroom, so I'm not sticking on anybody because, 6 feet apart. Before, it was a rocky ride coming to school when I normally take the bus. But now, the drivers don't have any complaints now that the district rep fixed it. Before, it was like a rocky, stony road. A dirt road, but now that they fixed it with some concrete and nice tools, it's a smooth ride. I may even fall asleep.
Thank you, Dr. Rigobert.
We've moved security from 112 to 119 million. We've moved youth in sports from 4.7 million to 7.1 million, and that does not include the money at NLA. We've moved equity from 54 million to 62 million, and we've moved agriculture from 25 million to 28 million. Mr. Speaker, this is where the money has gone. We have not backed down from our responsibilities to the people of this country, and nor we ever will, because we have an ambition to build a new St. Lucia for everyone in this country.
What separates us is our ability to recognize your needs and to work towards addressing them. Providing opportunities, dreaming big, and delivering bigger. What separates us is passion.